Ladies, gentlemen, I wish I was joking, but I think I just did like a 15-minute recording and it fucking crashed. My god, does that not feel good? So basically, I kind of have to just improvise again, because I always improvise in these videos. There are no scripts, and that's why they kind of get a little long at times. However, I hope you guys can stay with me a little bit here. I wanted to go over my account a little bit, and just more personal topics, instead of other things, right? Like, I don't really have any leak information for you guys. As far as I have seen, there isn't really any new leak information that I'm aware of that changes anything I knew before. So because of that, this won't be a leak video, and we probably won't get a leak video tomorrow either. However, I wanted to talk about Sunday, right? Yes, I'm aware I made multiple videos. Oh my god, pull Sunday. Oh my god, skip this patch and get E1S1 Sunday. Yes, I said it. Yes, I still agree with it. He is an incredibly strong hypercarry support, and if any, I mean any, new meta hypercarry DPS comes in the future, they'll likely fit in perfectly with this guy, especially considering the 3.x patches are targeted towards summon, right? However, I've been thinking of skipping him. I know, okay? Blasphemous. I said I was gonna pull him. What the fuck? What was all that hype for, right? Gabimaru, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why'd you tell me to pull Sunday, and now you're telling me you yourself aren't gonna pull for him? Well, it's actually quite simple. I don't plan on pulling for a new DPS until Casus, right? Currently, the new APOC Shadow reset, incredibly fucking easy if you have an Acheron, and even easier if you have an Acheron and a Ling Sha. My god, was that side just an absolute breeze. For once, I actually felt like my Acheron was strong and not weak, right? By no means is this some slight, attack at Acheron fans and fanboys and fangirls. No, but by no means, right? Acheron is a very strong unit. However, I simply don't have Zhao Q. I don't know how to play her optimally, and I don't have optimal relic tuning. So because of all three of those combined, my Acheron team struggles quite a bit in Pure Fiction, to the point where even my Fei Xiao team does better. So Pure Fiction has kind of been the mode that's been haunting me the most recently. I always barely scrape by 3 stars in Pure Fiction, but besides that, the reason I'm not going to pull Sunday is because I am not pulling a DPS until Casterus, meaning Sunday's rerun is most likely gonna be around Casterus's patch, if not afterwards. And I don't know if I really want to spend my guarantee on Sunday. Like, my day is supposed to come out in 3.1, and the current leaked testing team for the optimal Casterus team is Casterus, my day, and then double sustain. The 2 sustains that were named were Luocha and Ling Sha. No Huohuo, but I'm sure Huohuo should be a fine replacement for Luocha anyway. However, Luocha may finally end up being meta again, so a lot of you Luocha pullers who maybe don't use him these days, or don't find his value as important as it used to be, that might change in the 3.2 patch with Casterus in my day. However, for now, he's still dog shit, bottom of the barrel sustain. Keep fucking digging at him for being ass. But jokes aside, APOC Shadow, incredibly fucking easy. I'm skipping Sunday because I want an optimal Casterus team. Now, I'm testing this video. It's currently being recorded in 120 FPS, I believe. Please let me know if you see a difference. I know a lot of you aren't going to be able to tell the difference, because if you've never actually seen 120 FPS, like on a consistent basis, your eyes will not be able to tell the difference, right? Maybe some people, yes, but unless you're someone who is just like exposed to 120 FPS or higher frame rates consistently, you usually won't be able to barely tell a difference. So because of that, you gamers out there who play games on 120 FPS, or maybe you have like a 120 FPS iPad or phone, please let me know if you notice the difference. Look, I'll even attack a few times on the screen. Let me know if it's a lot more fluid than other videos that are on 60, because maybe doing 120 FPS videos is the new meta. I've been seeing people stream on 120 FPS, and my god, does it look way, way smoother. So I'm curious if YouTube, it might be the same situation. But besides that, right? So this is gonna be my 5th time re-recording this, because each time I just started yapping way too long, and I know a lot of people don't care about that, right? But this is going to be a segment of the video where I mostly talk about my upload schedule, right? I'm sure a lot of concurrent viewers on my channel will now realize that I'm basically like a bipolar YouTuber, right? I'll upload decently, consistently for like a few weeks to a few months, and then suddenly I'll disappear. And even though I've always chalked this up to my laziness before, even though that is definitely true to an extent, there is much more to the picture, right? A few months ago, something in my relationship happened, and it crumbled, basically. And I crumbled alongside with it. I am 20 years old, for you guys who don't know, and I've never been in a relationship with anyone because I never truly felt in love. Right? I'd always felt bad for the few times in my life when a girl genuinely was interested in me, and I rejected them because I simply didn't feel the same way. However, for the first time in my life about a year ago, I'd actually met someone that I felt truly in love with, right? Someone I felt like I could dedicate my life to, someone who actually gave me motivation to change and be a better person. Now, a lot of you may not understand what that means for me. For me to actually have motivation to do something is damn near impossible. And in fact, at this point, it still is damn near impossible. I've gone my entire life with literally zero motivation. Not for money, not for family. No matter what I've tried to do in my life to give myself motivation to improve better, it's never worked. However, this woman was just completely different, and I felt a certain way with her, right? And so 1 year later in the relationship, it just crumbles. I don't know how. It just happened. And I was having like inner mental breakdowns for practically a month and a half to 2 months. I didn't want to get off of my bed. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to do school. I just didn't want to do anything. I felt so empty. I didn't have the motivation to really continue living, right? By no means is this the S word, right? I didn't have thoughts of doing the S word. However, I simply felt like my life had zero meaning and that I had no value in this world. However, after a little while, it's been about a month since I had those mental breakdowns, I've improved drastically. I've gotten myself out of the bottomless black hole that was sucking me up, and I now have a lot more motivation, and I'm a lot happier than I've been in probably 1 or 2 years, right? Now, that might sound crazy considering I've been in a relationship with this girl for a year. However, there were a lot of rules in the relationship that came later on, and as well as belief problems where I couldn't, right? I genuinely just couldn't. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how much I read up on it, I simply just couldn't follow up with it and the rules that followed. And because of this, I was just stressing back then, right? Like, even though I'd loved this girl to death and was doing everything in my power to make it into the future, my God, was it taking its toll on me, trying to make so many changes on myself forcefully to make her as happy as possible. And so now that I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, I am a lot happier than I ever was before. And so I want to say thank you to all of you who have been semi-concurrent viewers, and even if you're just watching this video, right? I've had a lot of people tell me that they just run my video in the background at times to hear my voice. I don't really understand that. I've never thought of my voice as necessarily good to hear, right? I've always thought that I didn't hit puberty good enough and it's just slightly too high. And because I almost never talk to anyone since I'm an introvert, it cracks whenever I talk too much, which is actually why I don't stream that long. I'm sorry for that. The reason I barely ever stream and don't stream long when I do is because of the fact that I almost never talk. And so when I do talk for long periods of time, my voice starts cracking very easily. So I'm sorry to all of you who maybe have been waiting on more streams. Unfortunately, I have no plans to do another stream soon. So once again, I'm just sorry, right? So that's all for the video. I just really wanted to say and mention all the problems that were going on and why I wasn't uploading consistently. And I kind of just want to add this in at the end of the video, which is if you want to make a change in yourself, do not put it on others, right? Do not use others as a motivation because it can become catastrophic, right? If something or your relationship with that other person just goes to shit, well, then your motivation will also go to shit to do anything. In this world and in this life, if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. So before you start believing in others, learn to believe in yourself. Because I promise you, when you truly learn the meaning of what I'm saying, it will change the entire way you think of yourself, your life, and the world around you. I love you all, ladies and gentlemen who watch my videos. I appreciate you all. Good day, good night, and peace.